I know I had gotten into a bit of a funk, like just real, it was real just dirty, right? It was real nasty, right? Where I really felt like, man, am I doing what I'm supposed to be doing? Why is everybody else having all this claiming success, right? That I'm not having. I should be farther than where I am, all this good stuff. All those different negative thoughts were going through my head. I've realized over the last couple of days, to be honest with you, I've been in a lot of different clubhouse rooms, just listening to different people's conversations. I've actually gotten on stage in a couple of rooms, and I've noticed that this is an ongoing theme. This idea of wanting more, thinking you deserve more, knowing you deserve more, but then not really actually going for it, right? And I'm sure a lot of us actually think about this as entrepreneurs, as content creators, as marketers. We all probably have had this talk with ourselves, right? Or these thoughts go through our mind and these words go through our mind. But then I got into a room, someone who is a big YouTuber. I'm not going to mention their name here because I'm not trying to do any tagging, I'm not trying to do the whole thing. But this person was talking about basically how they were upset that they weren't a millionaire, even though they make $300,000 a month or a year. Okay, so wait a minute. Pump the brakes, hold up. That really clicked for me. The idea of us just wanting more, right? And of course, I'm going to get to the part about staying in comfortability and what that all means and why we need to really just go for our dreams and just do it. Just do it. Let's put the meme here. Just do it, right? But there was something that clicked for me in that moment when he said that, right? The fact that we are looking at everyone else and we're like thinking, oh, I should be here, I should be doing this. And he had said something that was really actually pretty profound. The fact that we've never done any of this before, we're probably about 10 to 20 different steps, maybe even 50 steps, maybe 100 steps, far beyond anyone else that hasn't even started, that may be saying they're going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to make this happen, and they haven't done any of it. The fact that you've been able to do something and actually accomplish something is something you should be proud of, right? So let's get to the point of comfortability, where I realize that I'm staying in my comfortable zone because I know I can do well here. Now listen, for any of y'all that are watching this and y'all are from where I came from, I'm gonna say it, okay? I'm not gonna say the word, but we all know it. We all know it really, really well. If you've been there, if you've driven through it, you know it when you see it, right? If you've been in that situation, then you understand that there are some people in your life that will stay in that place and they will not move because they're comfortable there. We have to then look at ourselves and go, am I keeping that same mindset? Am I keeping that same mind frame? And I had to look at myself, just being honest and totally transparent with you all. I had to look at myself and go, wow, man, dang, I am doing that to myself. I'm self-sabotaging my own success by not moving out of comfortability to go into places and spaces and present myself like I was doing before. When I was hungry and I didn't have no choice, I was out here hitting the pavement, baby. You have to keep that same level of go-getterness. Right? Keep it up. I was listening to a podcast earlier where they talked about the neuroscience of go-getters and slackers. So with the go-getters, they were all about reward and motivation, the reward and motivation part of the brain. So neuroscience tells us that if you're a go-getter, then you're all about getting the reward, and the motivation part of the brain is then activated, right? With the slackers, which is the other ones that they called out, the slackers are not motivated. They thrive and survive off emotion and risk. Sound familiar? Definitely sounded familiar to me. It's really interesting how when you are in the mode of being a go-getter, how that motivation center part of the brain is activated and your willingness to work, right? It's all about willpower. It's all about you willing yourself to do it. It ain't that you feel like doing it, you want it. Like sometimes you may want to do it, sometimes you may not, but you have to get out there and make yourself move forward. You got to go get it. You have to go get it, right? So don't live from a place of comfortability. Move yourself out of comfortability and just go get it. Whatever that it is for you. right? And as long as it's positive, don't be looking at this and trying to fuel something negative, all right? And you know what is negative because you got a conscience and you use it as your guide. Anywho, back to the regular scheduled program. Make sure that you're always moving in intentionality first and foremost, but you're moving out of the comfortability of just going, this is good enough where I am. We should always be like growing or exploring. I hope this was helpful and useful to you. It was something that has just been on my mind. I went to the podcasting world and I actually looked on YouTube and I looked for different motivating messages. And when I started to look for those motivating messages, first and foremost, I found a lot of guys. Then I realized that there aren't a lot of women, especially women that have been where I've come from, who are in the motivational speaking niche that speak directly to what I'm talking about. I understood that in order for me to move forward, in order for me to get to another level, I had to move out of the environment that I was in. I had to move out of comfortability. But I chose to move out of that level of comfortability because I wanted to give my kids something that I felt like I wasn't able to accomplish there in that level, in that environment, into more of a suburban environment, which I had no idea how to navigate, but I figured it out. And I want to tell you that you will figure it out. You can figure it out. You will figure it out. And it will all be okay. It will all work in your good. As long as you don't allow yourself to continue to be just comfortable, right? We deserve so much more than just comfortability. We deserve it.